What's up everyone? Welcome to the live stream. We'll be starting up pretty shortly, so just sit back and relax. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so, as I have tons of awesome content and videos coming. Before we start, please read the rules and guidelines in the video description. It helps the stream stay focused and encourages a positive environment. Also say hello to the channel moderators, who will be making sure that these rules are followed. Hello everyone! It's January 10th, 2022. Man, there's a lot of traffic here. It's about 5:45 p.m. in the evening, and it's 27 Fahrenheit, -3 Celsius. Cold day. I'm bundled up from head to toe right now. Multiple layers. But I'm here in Maspeth, Queens, on Fresh Pond Road and 60th Drive. And I'm gonna be walking through Maspeth today. Maybe I'll make my way into Long Island City and Astoria from here. I want to check out this area underneath the Long Island Expressway because it seemed kind of cool from the bus and on Google Street View, but I'm not sure if it continues through. Ben Wintfeld, you've never been to that neighborhood. I've been here a handful of times, and I needed to come through here today to make a video, which you'll see posted sometime once I get around to it. But it's a very fun video. Also, I don't know what happened, but my right glove, the heated glove, is not working. I hope that the heat didn't activate and waste all the battery when I wasn't using it, but the left side is working. A few people in the chat already are saying that they live nearby, which was pretty funny. Yeah, that's right. Amy Jade saying you went outside, it wasn't that cold. Tomorrow's going to be the coldest day. Yeah, so they say it's going to be a low of like 18, 19 degrees. That's in Fahrenheit. Art Molina, thank you for $1.99. Yo, AK, be safe, brother. Thanks, Art Molina. You can see right now I'm pretty bundled up right now. This is what you got to do when you come to New York at this time. Or go out. Yvette says tomorrow's definitely going to be a freezer out there. Yeah, and I even have my my battery charger hooked up to this phone because I don't know if it's going to do that same issue where it gets too cold and then it starts freezing up. Hopefully the battery charger keeps it warm enough to keep going. E is me saying I'm dressed warmly today. You have to. It's so cold. It's below freezing. Yvette said I look all nice and bundled up. Yeah, I am. That's the Q58 bus to Flushing, Queens. Oh, that's nice, Stuart. Your neighbor's water lines froze and you had to redo everything. I hope you everything went well there and it went smoothly. Corrine Henry asked if I'll be out tomorrow. I probably am. I'll have to be out to do something. Might be a chores as well, instead of doing a full-blown marathon live streaming session, which I'm planning to do tonight. FM, you were watching the Cyberpunk walk in Times Square. It looks really good, just a little overexposed. Yeah, that camera does that sometimes. The DJI Pocket 2. I'm walking here! Thank you! I'm basically staring that driver right in the face. I'm looking at him like, are you really gonna keep turning? Hello? Like, I was like, Jeff says I almost died. I saw him. I was just ready to like run or jump on top of the hood if I needed to. I just looked at him in disbelief, coming at me, still turning. I'm like, What the heck are you doing? Cat B is saying he's safe in his car. Yeah, he's the one driving a thousands of pounds vehicle, and I'm just a fleshy fleshy person made of bone and blood. Cat says it feels like -20 where you are. Unbelievable. Fresh start, will I show the Manhattan skyline tonight? I mean, if I happen to come across it, I will. I think my phone will actually be the most telling sign if whether I could live stream or not. If all of a sudden my battery starts draining, I don't think I could keep this live stream up. My phone will die out earlier than I will. Believe me, if there's a driver that actually like goes towards me like that, I will run to get out of the way or jump on top of the hood. I'm not gonna take that hit. There was a few times I've had to run ahead because the driver wouldn't slow up. So we're almost to Flushing Avenue. Flushing Avenue and Grand Avenue are the main areas of Maspeth. This is where all the commercial activity happens, especially towards the Long Island Expressway there. Flexstream saying tomorrow's high in New York City will be 17. No, I don't think that's going to be the high. I saw it was going to be like 30 or 40. The lows are going to go that down low. Out and about say some motorists like to play chicken with pedestrians. So I've learned, because in New York City you're pretty much on your own when it comes to traffic. NYPD, they kind of put all the blame on the motorists without a proof of some sort of cameras, and even with then it's hard to convict someone of reckless driving and other stuff. That's why I like to walk around with cameras and bike with cameras, just to have that evidence. And if you drive around, it's very important to have a dash cam. John Ing, thank you so much with $5. Appreciate it, John. Thank you for the support. Appreciate it very much. And I hate using this. Oh shoot! I I thought I was gonna drop my phone there. I hate using this charger because it unbalances everything. I think we're good. Whew. That was scary. Oh, come on. This thing. I hate using the charger and the microphone at the same time. Adds just so much weight. I gotta go this way and then make a right. Lisa, you'd like to try out my heated gloves? They sound cool. Yeah, the last time I clicked on the links to go to my heated gloves, which I bought, I think, a year and a half ago, they didn't show up anymore. So you have to probably order heated gloves from a different company. But these work decent, I suppose. They won't keep you completely warm, but they're enough to keep you warm for wherever you need to go. Right now my fingertips still feel a little bit cold, but that's in the glove that isn't heated. The heated gloves do get pricey though. I think they're more than $50 for a pair of heated gloves. Whereas you can get, you know, cotton gloves, wool gloves for a fraction of that price. "61st Street. I think this gas station only sells a regular gasoline. They don't sell any other grade. Huh. Wait. This one doesn't announce the street. Sonny, you saw the tip of Empire State Building. I saw it too. Dick Wright with a $5 super chat. Great walk. Love seeing the neighborhoods. Thank you so much, Dick Wright. Thank you for your generous super chat. This is the residential area of Maspeth. We're walking straight towards the Manhattan skyline. Yeah, Butte just sold. It's a subway desert here. None of the New York City subways go out here. The closest stop is Fresh Pond Road in Ridgewood, Queens on the M train. And the other one at Middle Village Metropolitan Avenue. Beatrice Soul, your brother used to live here years ago. You would take a bus to take the J or M train. Yeah, it's a two fare trip to get over here, but you'll get a free transfer from the bus to the subway and vice versa. I took the bus from Astoria, Queens to get here, the Q18. But there's a bunch of buses that come here, the Q58, the 59. There's the one that goes on Flushing Avenue too. Wait, I think that's the 58. Dad Cation saying people still have Christmas decorations outside. Yeah, some of them. Not everyone. Let's see. No, we can't cross now. Wonder if we're gonna get an opportunity to cross here. There is no crosswalk, so I have to do it carefully. Here's the Q39 bus to Long Island City and Queens Plaza. Thank you, Camilo Limos, 8,000 COP. Cold out there, let's drink a coffee. Thank you, Camilo. I don't need a coffee just yet. Plus, I'm not into coffee, to be honest. Just a hot drink would be good. Yeah, there's a lot of subway deserts in New York City. The biggest one being the entire borough of Staten Island, because the subway doesn't go there. Poor Staten Island gets left out. Thank you so much, Susan, with $10. Enjoy your videos and learning about New York City. Thank you, Susan. You're forced to take a boat to Staten Island, ride the bus over, or drive over there. You can't even walk to Staten Island because Verrazano Narrows Bridge, there's no pedestrian path. The only way you can walk to Staten Island is to go over the George Washington Bridge, which is in Upper Manhattan, then walk all the way down to Bayonne, and then go over the that bridge there that connects Bayonne to Staten Island. You have to go into New Jersey to walk into Staten Island. It's a pretty quiet residential street here in Maspeth. 58th Street down there, it will change. 58th Street is a busy street that goes through the neighborhood. A lot of the people who work at like FedEx and UPS, they take that street, and a lot of trucks. Oh, Bob Kish is called the Bayonne Bridge. I've only gone over that bridge once on my scooter. I made a video about it. It's a long bridge. Hey Hannah Lee, welcome to the live stream. Cute houses you need to spend more time in Queens. Yeah, there's a lot of great spots in Queens. It's the foodie capital of New York City, I think. Sonny thought it was the Outer Bridge crossing. No, that's the other one at the southern tip of Staten Island. And I actually learned that Outer Bridge crossing doesn't refer to it being out of the way. You think Outer Bridge is like, oh, it's out of the way. But the guy's name is actually Outer Bridge. I think that was his last name. But there's 4 bridges that connect Staten Island to the other land masses. There's the Outer Bridge crossing, the Goethals Bridge, the Bayonne Bridge, and the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. That's right, Bob. Named after a real person named Outer Bridge. New York City Department of Transportation vehicles only. Wow, this is a city facility. Smooth NY, Verrazano Bridge walk. If the city ever allows it. You can walk the Verrazano Bridge, but you'll be breaking the law and putting yourself in a lot of danger. All right, 58th Street and 58th Avenue. No way, this is 58th Place. I have to get past 58th Place to get to 58th Street. That's why Queens is so confusing, because you think that there's a 58th Street immediately after it, but you'll have 58th Place, 58th Drive, 58th Road. Radhika at $9.99. Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks for the cool videos, 8K. Thank you so much, Radhika, for the $9.99. Thanks for the support. Happy New Year to you as well. Yeah, that's true, Sean. If you run the New York City Marathon, you can run across the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. Also during the 5-borough bike tour that happens in May, Verrazano Bridge too. That's the last area you need to ride on before you get to Staten Island. It's at the end of the bike tour. All right, is this 58th Street now? Please tell me it is. Yeah, I think this is 58th Street. I can't tell because the streets are so dark, the signs. Yeah, this is 58th Street. Delano says it looks like downtown LA. Yeah, in a way it does. Kind of reminds me of the area just south of the Staples Center in downtown LA. All right. Ooh. 57th Drive and 58th Streets. That was me. That wasn't a ghost. I just kicked a random plastic cover. Yeah, it's gonna be very cold tomorrow. A lot of people on the live chat are spouting out what temperature it's gonna be tomorrow where they are. I saw upstate New York, I saw Cleveland, Ohio. It's gonna be like 8 degrees. My goodness, 8 degrees. Christina is going down to 48 in San Diego tonight. Oh my gosh. Even all the way out in San Diego, it's gonna get cold. Out on the West Coast. Kind of reminds me of this time. It was freezing in a lot of places in the United States, but in Florida, it was like almost the entire country froze. And then I think around this time last year, I took a trip up to Boston, and it was even colder in Boston than it was here in New York. Unbelievably cold. I went up to Boston, I came back to New York for like a week. Okay, so this is Maspeth abruptly ends. I thought 58th Street goes completely through. I haven't checked my map because I thought I knew this area, but I guess 58th Street extends more to the left here. This place, Angelo's Pizza, is really good. Yeah, 58th Street continues over here. Okay, so there we see the skyline of New York City. I see the Empire State Building. I also see the Kosciuszko Bridge all lit up. I'm pretty close to it. I could actually walk across it if I wanted to. And then we see Lower Manhattan down there. World Trade Center, Financial District. But I'm gonna walk up this way. John Jay is saying Florida is okay, but that darn humidity during the summer. And that's the reason why a lot of people, they become what they call the snowbirds. They fly to Florida during the wintertime, and then during the summer, they come back up north. Believe it or not, when I was down in Florida, some of my the people who drove me around, they were from the northern states. They were down in Florida for the winter time. I even talked to someone from Toronto, and I learned that Florida is a popular destination for people who live in Toronto to visit during the winter time. But not everybody can do that and travel between the northern hemisphere and well, not the northern hemisphere. Florida is the northern hemisphere. The northern locations, I should say, in the country and in Canada and the southern states. Dima says that looks scary. It's just industrial around here. I know every time I come to Maspeth, people get freaked out. They're like, oh my gosh, there's warehouses and closed gates and trucks with graffiti on it. But the truth of the matter is, this is just where people work. It's a lot of industrial activity. And there really isn't much to be afraid of in this area. Sure, maybe run down, but it's not an area where you'd be expected to live in. These are just factories. The residential homes, all those blocks I walked past already. Someone's got a flat tire over there across the street. They're gonna have to fix that up before they start driving. Which leads me to my next reminder. For those of you who drive, make sure you check your tire pressure, because during the wintertime, tire pressure, it seems to go down. So just make sure it's properly filled up. Tire pressure is very important, especially for riding a bike. And actually, when it's icy out or snowy, lowering your tire pressure can give you more traction. But in general, a higher tire pressure will help you roll faster and better on the roads. You'll also use less gas with a normal tire pressure compared to a low tire pressure, because there's less resistance. D. Jasmine says, thank you for the reminder. Yeah, it's something we forget sometimes. Yvette, that's true. You lower your tire pressure in the winter. Good. Man, this is a strange place. I don't think I've ever been to this side. There's a Home Depot over here and Chipotle at 58th Street and 55th Drive. I haven't been down here in a long time, and I don't know when this Chipotle opened. I don't even know when this Home Depot opened. I don't even remember it being here. Yvette says, strange area to put a Home Depot and Chipotle. Well, Home Depot actually makes sense. But Chipotle is kind of strange. There's also Teriyaki One Japanese Grill and Feida Bakery, which is a Chinese bakery. I didn't know they were here. Well, I know the warehouse is here. But strange place to put a Chinese bakery too, and a Japanese grill. and a Chipotle. All right, so we've reached the intersection of 58th Street with the Long Island Expressway, Interstate 495. And I'm curious how far I could walk along the Long Island Expressway. Got McDonald's over there. And there's a Holiday Inn if you want to stay in Maspeth. Holiday Inn Express. I'm sure the hotel price over here is going to be much cheaper than what you pay in Midtown Manhattan next to Times Square. Here we've got Borden Avenue. $369 for regular right now at BP. $409 for silver and $429 for ultimate. All right. Time to walk under a highway. Even this archway has icicles. Look at how fine-tuned these trucking companies get their trailers. It's like just a few feet from the top of this archway. Maybe only a foot. It's $339 over here at Exxon. All right. I have never walked over here before underneath the highway here. I think we were able to. This is one part of Queens that's always piqued my curiosity. It's kind of strange that I want to come to this place, but today I'm in exploration mode. I've also got to step over a hose. Looks like it splits off into two here. This is where the junction with the highway gets very complicated. Junior said if you go right at the traffic light, there'll be a police station up ahead. Okay. Well, I don't see much here, but just a bunch of trucks. Dean says a somewhat industrial area. Yeah, this is all industrial here. All industrial. A lot of materials. I don't know what these wooden pallets are filled with. Blacktop patch, it says, all weather. And we're getting further and further from the highway. Ooh, scary area. Now this is kind of interesting. The sidewalk gets really sketchy up there. What's down this way? A cemetery. This is the south side of the south side of the cemetery. Horace Harding Expressway and 54th Avenue. That's where we are. Now this was the area that I was interested in over here. You could walk under the highway. I want to know if it's possible. Because it looked like on the map that you were able to. Gazelle says you won't be able to. Sometimes you'll be surprised though. I don't like car-only infrastructure. Looks like we may have to end up giving up over here. Oh man, we can't do it. Darn it. Well, here's 58th Street and the Queens Midtown Expressway. Da-na-na-na. No sidewalk. You know what that means. No sidewalk means my light's gotta come out. And I'm gonna shine my light behind me. No more sidewalk. I'm not gonna walk through a cemetery. Elite Kaka, is this Queens? Yes, it is. I'm being very adventurous today. I like to walk where no sidewalks are and underneath highways. I've done this route so many times, but not walking. I've gone through here on my bike, so I know what street this is. There's a car over there that's just left to the side. Keith Sauer says no sidewalks for a reason, but it's the only way to get through here. But they could use with more sidewalks and pedestrian safety. I could walk on the grass there, but I don't know, I don't really trust it, especially now with this ice and snow. IP says cars that speed won't notice that tiny flashlight. Oh, they'll notice it. It's on a pretty bright setting right now. Plus, they're giving me a lot of space right now. Junior, this path brings back memories. You'd cut from Middle Village to Sunnyside this way. And it's the only way to get through. There's still no sidewalk. All right. Now we're gonna have a sidewalk after this part. Maisie, am I wearing a rear view mirror? No, I'm not. Just gonna wait for these cars to go first. Because I'm gonna make myself less of a target. There's parked cars now. I think after these 2 cars I'll go. Maybe 3 now or 4. Okay, here we go. Still no cars behind me. I just need to make this short little section until over here in front of the police station. And we have a sidewalk again. All right. How was that adventure? Did I scare you guys? Except now I can't walk on the sidewalk because these cars are parked vertically in the spot or angled in. So sidewalk madness continues. All right. '58th Street and 53rd Avenue. Rob, you're wondering if the no sidewalk by the cemetery was intentional fear of The Walking Dead. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was intentional or not. This is the Department of Sanitation facility. Maria, seems a little lonely out there. Where's all the people? Here's one person waiting for the bus. City. All right. I think this onto the highway. Another adventurous journey for me. Michael says, looks like Queens has a ton of lots of factories, warehouses, distribution centers. It's still massive. So I forget what highway this is up ahead, but I'm gonna walk onto this one too. Is this still the Long Island Expressway? Wait a second, I think the one back there that I walked beside was the BQE, and this is the Long Island Expressway. Or do I have it flipped around? I'm not sure. No, that one before was the Long Island Expressway. I think this is the BQE. Yeah, there's definitely the BQE. I'm gonna walk underneath here because I like walking underneath highways today. And look, they even allow you to walk over here because there's a pedestrian light, and there's also a bus stop underneath the highway. So why not? If there's a bus stop there, then you can walk underneath it. Hey, someone said hi to me. What's up? Hey. Thank you. All right, so there's two red lights here, pedestrian signals. I don't trust it because there's a lot of cars. Yeah, very busy here. Might as well wait for the lights. Okay, so we're gonna cross. This noise over here is kind of creepy, to be honest. I think I can go. There's nobody coming. All right, so this is the street that interested me the most under the BQE here. Will I make it out alive? Sounds like the subway, except it's not. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. Shows you how rickety-rackety the BQE is. Ron 6950, $8.88. Thanks for showing us areas you're brave to traverse. You're welcome. Thank you very much. I should do a pre-recorded video here. People are gonna be like shocked. Sonny says that noise is the traffic. I know. Ooh, scary. Walking under a highway. What should I label this video if I decide to do it in the future? Scariest sidewalk in Queens? Or, I don't know, most highway-esque sidewalk in Queens? or scary cemetery adjacent walk over there. Hopefully my connection doesn't drop out. I see it dropping out. Bob says, do they recommend this area at the Holiday Inn you pass? Quite possibly. This is obviously a tourist destination, right? I recommend everyone coming to New York City for the first time to visit this area. It's amazing. Look at this place. It's so grungy and run down. You got the highway noise. Can't get more New York City than this. This is amazing. And now we have a fence. We got a cemetery, you got the New York City skyline in the background. How about that? This is cool, actually. One of these days I'm gonna come back and do a video here. This is epic, because these kind of videos tend to draw a lot of views. They're like, oh my gosh, it's so dangerous, why would you walk here? And I'm like, it's just a highway. Hey, thank you POV HFR. Appreciate the support. Thank you very much. You should name it the Sub Highway Walk. You can do a whole ASMR video here. Highway sounds. No one's done that before, probably. Can you sleep to this if I just wait here for maybe a minute or two? Hey, thanks for 99 cents. EO, thank you for the support. This area is definitely good ASMR. Look, another bus stop here. If you ever need to be picked up, we got a bus stop. I just swallowed my own spit from laughing too hard. Oh, there's another bus stop up here too. Oh my gosh. Claire, who needs to be picked up at this bus stop. The people going to the cemetery, or maybe Action Kid, or someone else who's adventurous enough to come down here. Luca, the ideal place for a Halloween party, I know. Maybe Michael Jackson's in there digging up some graves. They're dancing to this car traffic above us. Thank you, Tammy Trevino, $4.99. Please say happy birthday, Mick 54. Happy birthday, Mick 54. Man, how far does this go? It goes a long way. There's the bus. Don't leave me, bus. You could have picked me up and gotten me out of the spooky area. Wow, this is a long sidewalk under the highway. What the heck? All right, look at that. We're done. Finally. Except if I wanted to, it looks like I can even continue down there more if I wanted to. Here's 49th Street. I found a loose white board over there. All right, 49 streets. If I had to take 49th Street, I'll be right by the cemetery. The next one is 48. And we have the junction of the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway with the Long Island Expressway up ahead. I wonder how far along the highway I can walk. I still feel adventurous today. This street, 48th Street, will head back towards Sunnyside, Queens, and Queens Boulevard, and number 7 train. If I continue this way, that'll head towards the junction with the Long Island Expressway and eventually head into Long Island City. Enrique, I can keep walking until the Midtown Tunnel. Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that because I remember alongside the LIE. This has to be one of the strangest bike lanes ever. Look at that. It continues straight and then the traffic goes opposite. Janice Flanagan, you work in Long Island City but don't know the neighborhood. Well, you're learning a lot about it right now, especially by the highway. And looks like there's a big ramp here caused by this tree. It's smooth. (46th Street). If you want to see more civilization, you go up that way towards Queens Boulevard. This way is pretty desolate until we get to Long Island City, at least downtown Long Island City. I wonder, does the bus continue down this way? I think it's a different bus. Looks like it. Q67 to Long Island City and B24 to Williamsburg. I think the Q39 may have turned off onto a different street. Greenpoint Avenue exit is up there. I know Green to Roosevelt Avenue, and if you go the other way into Greenpoint, Brooklyn. Okay, so this is the interchange of the Long Island Expressway with the Brooklyn Queens Expressway. I've never seen it from the street level here, so today I get to pretend to be a car and follow the highway. Cynthia, this is Long Island City? No, not yet. Almost though. I want to see this junction. It looks very complicated. All right, we got 42nd Street coming up, except it's not the 42nd Street that we all know in Manhattan. If we were on the Long Island Expressway, we would see the Empire State Building a lot better. Let's see what's around this ramp here. Maybe I'll head over to 40th Street and then I'll make a right towards Queens Boulevard. Empire State Building is lit up in orange today. Hey, thank you, M. Howe, with $25. Very generous. You're a brave fellow and deserve a good tip. Thank you so much, M. Howe. Appreciate the support. Thank you very much. I know this isn't the glamorous part of New York City that most people are used to seeing, the very gritty part. And look at this. We come here, you see great views of which connects Brooklyn and Queens. Look at this giant puddle of ice. That's hard to see if you're driving. Your tires may slip on that. Van Dam Street, next exit, and this is 40th. All right, let's go on 40th. Already, it's just gonna be more of the same, walking underneath the highway, very industrial, but this way will change up the scenery just a little bit. We'll head towards the 7 train on Queens Boulevard. This is Sunnyside, Queens. Simon, when are we getting to civilization? Well, we were there, just that it was all above us and on the cars, the car traffic. You can hear all the leaves being crunched by my feet. Wander Luna with $9.99. enjoy a hot chocolate, aka your videos make us feel that we're there also. Thanks, Wander Luna. I'll definitely get a hot drink when I'm done with this. Appreciate the support. Let's see. I don't think Queens Boulevard is that far away from here. Maybe another 2-3 blocks from here. I think this might be 48th Avenue coming up. These street signs to the right of me need to be replaced. They're faded out from the sun. I still can't tell what street this is. Fiftieth Avenue, it says. So a lot further down than I thought. FCT, maybe I could have a hot meal at Queens Center Mall. Well, too bad I'm far away from there right now. POV says this is an adventure through Queens. I know. I treated you to an adventure. You saw the grunge and the rundown neighborhood of, well, not rundown neighborhood, industrial area, I should say, of Maspeth. There's a lot of great areas in Maspeth which are nice with many homes, but Maspeth has a lot of industry as well. And then we have the Highway Walk, and now we have another area in Queens, which is really cool. That's what's awesome about New York, so many different areas. Susan Fennell, what was the name of the colorful bridge you passed? Your sound went out as I was stating the name. That's the Kosciuszko Bridge, named after a Polish general, Mr. Kosciuszko. I think it was the American Revolutionary War. He helped out. People can't pronounce the name, so they call it the Kosciuszko Bridge, or the K Bridge, or the Kosciuszko Bridge. When I was a kid, I called it Kosciuszko. But I think Kosciuszko is pretty much accurate if you ask the Polish people. Photos around New York, you don't think anyone knows how to pronounce it? There's even a debate that the Kosciuszko name isn't the right way to say it either, because there's even an earlier version of the way to say it before the Polish spoke it that way. It's pretty interesting. If you look it up, you'll find like a reporter asking people how to pronounce the name of that bridge. They give all different answers. But if you say the K Bridge, you're pretty safe. Because no one's going to argue with that, the K Bridge. Although I like Kosciuszko too, because it's so New York to just like completely slander a word and make it AG loves NYC. You never call it the K Bridge. I know some people who do. I think that that Christmas tree, I saw it before when I was walking through this area. Barbara, here in Detroit, we have that generator and come off the Lodge Freeway. You can never see it correctly. Oh, cool. You know, I think when I went to LA, when I was riding my scooter through to Alhambra from downtown, I think there was a Kosciuszko Park as well. I know it was somewhere where I traveled. Yeah, I remember going through here and I saw this Christmas tree before. When I did a prior walk of Queens and I came through this area, through Sunnyside, and then I went across 39th Street to Steinway Street. Dutch bike bloggers putting out a phonetic version of the Kosciuszko Bridge. Yeah, I know AG loves NYC. A lot of names changed throughout the years. If you were alive back in the early 1900s, even in the mid 1900s, some of the street names in Queens were still named after people and places, and they weren't numbered. The entire street grid got renumbered once New York City consolidated as a whole into Queens. Well, when Queens consolidated into New York City. Like this street where I am now, I remember the subway station just a block away from me used to be called 40th Street, Lowry Street. And Lowry Street was the previous name of the street. And there's other places in New York City that got renamed, like Jackie Robinson Parkway used to be called the Interborough Parkway. The Robert F. Kennedy Bridge used to be called the Triborough Bridge. The Mario Cuomo Bridge used to be called the Tappan Zee Bridge. The Ed Koch Queensboro Bridge used to be called the Queensboro Bridge. That wasn't much of a change. It just stuck the former mayor's name onto the front over there. So yeah, there's a lot of things that change like that. John McCall with $5. Are you Asian or part Asian? Action Kid. I'm from Japan and was adopted back in '98 and keep up the videos, especially the cycling ones. Thank you very much. I'm Chinese American. I'm ethnically Chinese, but I was born here in New York City. That's right. JFK Airport used to be Idlewild Airport. Ian Garner, you still call them by all their old names. I still remember the old subway names. 39th Avenue, BB Avenue, 36th Avenue, Washington Avenue, 30th Avenue, Grand Avenue, and 33rd Street, Rawson Street, 40th Street, Lowry Street, 46th Street, Bliss Street, and I think 52nd was Lincoln. I think 52nd may or may not be correct. Hey, look at that right there. 40 Lowry. What's up? Hey. No, I'm all right. Thanks. Take it easy. All right. Moto says it was Lincoln Avenue. Awesome. I know my history. Take care, man. Here comes the number 7 train. I'm going to show you Lowry Street, or 40th Street. I'm also going to do some more creative walking. Little Banky loved the 7 train. I do too. My favorite subway line. So you see here, 40th Street, Lowry Street. They still have it as the old street name. And you know, Jackson Avenue in Long Island City used to be Jackson Boulevard. Thank you, John Michael, $2. Please do a night ride across the Brooklyn Bridge. That might be an idea. Thanks for the suggestion. And what else? There's a lot of like avenues that got renamed boulevards and vice versa. Like Astoria Boulevard used to be Astoria Avenue. Ditmars Boulevard used to be Ditmars Avenue. And a long time ago, Astoria Boulevard used to be called Flushing Avenue. So a lot of history in the Queens street names there. We're walking underneath the 7 train. I wish more subway areas in New York City use this design, because you barely hear the train above us. Whereas if it's constructed from that steel and metal, you hear it all the time. Dun, 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 dun. Here, it's so quiet. You barely even hear it. Ian Gardner saying Jackson Boulevard is still the subway station's name. No, it's Vernon Boulevard, Jackson Avenue. Oh, that's what I meant to say. When you get off at that station, it's still called Vernon Avenue. Wait, can we go this way? I don't think we can. It's Vernon Avenue. It used to be called Vernon Avenue and got renamed to Vernon Boulevard. John Donato, if I make a right, I'll hit Steinway Street. Yes, I walked here before. 39th Street into Steinway Street. I'm not going to go this way to Steinway Street. I'm going to continue along Queens Boulevard underneath the 7 train, because I'm an adventurous person today, walking underneath highways and subways and weird designs like this. Here, listen for the subway as it passes by. You can barely hear it along the structure. It's so smooth. Yeah, Claire makes a huge difference compared to the other tracks overhead. It's probably a lot more expensive to build this too. Rodillo, you love to see more exploring subways. You find the subways fascinating. Yeah, they're pretty cool. When I went over to I forget what neighborhood it was. It was near the Queens and Brooklyn border along the M train. We found an apartment building on the live stream where the clearance between the apartment building and the subway was like this much distance. From the bedroom window, you could practically touch the subway. It was crazy. Literally, you could like slide 3/4. Listen to the acoustics in here. What the heck? Tim Lasco, thank you for 5 Canadian. Enjoy your walks as always. AK, appreciate it. Tim Lasco. Thank you, Tim. You could sing a whole opera here if you wanted to. Echo. Echo, echo. I want my mommy. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do, 'cause you're in New York. How come it didn't echo there? Is it only over here? Hello? Echo. Only over here. Okay. I gotta wait for the subway to pass. You can still hear it. All right. Here we go. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do, 'cause you're in New York, New York, New York. All right, wow. Woo! Man, not only do you have a quiet subway, you have good acoustics over there. Let's see, does this one echo? Or is it just that one arch? That was so weird. Wait. Hello? Whoa, this is cool. John Michael with $2. Can I DM you? You'd like to ask me something? Sure, you can. You can do it on Instagram. Appreciate it so much. Dun 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 dun. Stop spreading the start spreading the news. Dennis Farrell with $20. My family and I are moving to New York City. Would you recommend Queens, Astoria, or Manhattan based on safety in schools? Thank you for your videos. We love watching them as a family. Really depends on you. If you want great local food, Astoria's got you, man. Tons of great Greek food, lots of other foods around there, but Manhattan, you'll be right in the middle of the action, the activity. Man, I think I found a cool spot in Queens that no one's figured out yet. This is better than the Grand Central Whisper Wall. You could just talk up into this arch here. Hi. Echo. Yeah, lots of echo here. I figured out where you need to stand in order to echo. You gotta aim it right in the middle of the arch into your voice. I have a test super chat. I gotta scroll back. Gosh. Jose Catherine, thank you so much for $3. Appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Claire, it'd be cool if you said, let's get ready to rumble. All right, testing. Let's get ready to rumble. Good thing the only thing above me is a subway, because I will be waking up the whole neighborhood if I talk like this the whole time. Out and about, I may be waking up the rats. It might be. Oh man, so fun. You can do a commercial under here, it's possible. Bob says, I'm waking up the dead in the cemetery I passed. Oh, I got a super chat from L Leaf. Thank you so much. Hi AK, you love my enthusiasm and sincerity. You're an excellent tour guide. You've reacquainted me with a New York City that you left nearly 30 years ago, and I've learned a lot. Keep up the great work. Thank you, L Leaf. Appreciate the support. Oh, we cannot walk under the subway anymore. Now there's a facility here. We can't do it. Oh well. No walkway, use the sidewalk across the street. All right. We are gonna do just that. Lena says no more echo. It's cool. It was super cool. How many times do you get to do that in a live stream? The wait is echoed. No, I didn't hear that. So here's the next subway station, 33rd Street, Rawson Street. Wow, 27 degrees right now, and it's even gonna get colder from now. You know, I'm gonna cross now because I don't want to wait for the next light. Can go this way. "33rd Street, Rawson Street Station." There's also an electric vehicle charging station here. I never owned an electric vehicle or know anyone who owns an electric vehicle, so I'm curious how these things work. Do you have to pay for this? I'm sure you have to. Hold the card near the reader. How much does it cost? Oh, wow. Well, I guess that's cheaper than gas. Huh. How much does it cost for parking? How much does it cost? Let's see. Let's see. Max time. I guess it doesn't work because they want you to use the app. Oh, here it is. $1.50 per hour. $12 max time. Okay. Cancel then. I guess that's not bad for parking, and long-term parking is a 15-hour parking limit, $1.50 per hour. $12 max per 15 hours. And this is a 4-hour parking limit, $1.50 per hour. Yeah, not bad. You could park your car under here and then take the number 7 train. Not bad. It's definitely cheaper than going into the city and paying a parking garage like $15 for a half an hour, right? Now you hear the train because it's going over metal there. No more quiet subways. We're going to be hearing the 7 train the entire way. Keith Savage says, for real, that's a deal. Yeah, you can do that instead of paying for a parking garage. Just come under here. All right. So we gotta go this way. Down there is hey, there's the Q39 bus. The same bus that could have picked me up at the cemetery there, under the highway. This is Van Dam Street. LaGuardia Community College is over here. At 7-Eleven, there's a 7-Eleven down there too. And now we gotta go this way and then cross that way. And you definitely don't want to cross now because traffic's coming this side. Can I cross yet? Am I gonna get a walk signal anytime soon? Well, it's about time. All right. And now we're back to the noisy subway. No more quiet viaduct that we could walk underneath. You may want to turn down your volume if you don't like this noise. And now, the legendary intersection where I've recorded so many incidents, right over here. Queens Boulevard and Skillman Avenue. You know, I'm actually glad I stayed in Queens today, because when I was preparing for the live stream, I was looking at MTA website. The N train's having issues today. A couple hours ago, there was something wrong with the track past Lexington Avenue, not going into Queens. So I don't know if they fixed it up yet, but that was like 2 hours ago. I was reading that there was some issue with the subway. But that happens when the temperatures get cold sometimes, because the metal on the rails gets very brittle, and whatever defects are on the rails, they really get magnified right now. And there's a lot of broken rails and signal issues when there's cold weather. But if the subway had issues, I probably just could have walked back to Queens if I needed to. All right, we are walking across the Sunnyside Yards on Queens Boulevard. I hear a number 7 train coming this way. Get ready for some noise. That sound is indistinguishable. That's the skyline of Long Island City. And that's the skyline of Manhattan over there. Bisman 81, Queensboro Bridge, right? No, this is not the Queensboro Bridge, but it will feed directly into it. Tamila, that's right, Long Island City. Look forward to many great eats thanks to Here We Bar's video. It's true. I think these are all the tracks for East Side access to Grand Central. Oh, there's a train going to Penn Station right now. Finally, we are over the Sunnyside Yards and in the area known as Queens Plaza. Or if you want, you can call it Plaza. I don't know how else you would say it. Queens Plaza. Now, since I know this area pretty well, I'm going to show you a shortcut to get past this madness over here, because I hate crossing the street here. As you can pretty much tell, it's chaotic here. You have Queens Boulevard, Northern Boulevard, Jackson Avenue, the subway, the Queensboro Bridge, Queens Plaza North, and Queens Plaza South. But there is a secret way to get across via this subway station. And we can get a great view here. Watch this. How's that? The reflection off the building. All right, so here's the Queens Plaza station. You can go underneath and skip all of this nonsense trying to cross the street and then go this way and then go that way and then go that way. There's an easier way. Do this and you'll be out of the cold. All right, so we got this, right? All you gotta do is walk over there. Unfortunately, you can't directly walk across the street because this is under construction, but we can go this way. That's the M train to Forest Hills. So as you can see, a lot easier than trying to cross the street there. And if you're going to Manhattan as well, I wouldn't recommend taking the N or the 7 train if you're in this area, because it's a lot easier to walk down the stairs to the Queens Plaza station. The Queensboro Plaza station. Oh my gosh, it's like a hike to get up there. There's so many stairs and no escalator. All right, so you want to go this way. Northern Boulevard and Queens Plaza North. And we have crossed the street without having to deal with all that car traffic that I hate to deal with crossing over here. And there you have it. And that's where I was before, on that side where this building is. This bus goes right into Manhattan. The Q32 goes right to Penn Station, as a matter of fact. And here's the Hilton Garden Inn. You may want to check out this hotel because it's convenient to Manhattan, only one stop, and they may have better rates than down. Well, we'll see. Emma says LIC used to be warehouses and cab depots. Yeah, a lot has changed here. This used to be a parking lot, but now it's a green space. I wanted to say park, but this is kind of not big enough to be a park in my opinion. Cold outside, buy yourself a cup of hot chocolate. Thank you so much. Here's 29th Street. There's a lot of construction happening on 29th Street. I think they're building a new school along here. And I think this is the first scaffolding structure of the live stream. It wouldn't be New York City unless we walk on this scaffolding. In fact, it's right under the JetBlue headquarters, I think. No, wait, this is Department of Education and Department of Transportation. JetBlue, I think, is the next block. Hey, we may get to Penn Station faster than this bus gets there. Oh, never mind, it's taking off now. Yeah, something still may be wrong with the N train. So good thing I didn't go to Manhattan today. I only see 7 trains going in and out of the station. No N train yet. I'm curious, let me check the MTA's Twitter. Is the M train still working? Let's see. N train. Okay. Wow, this only happened recently. 7:40 p.m. Look at this. NR running with delays after our crews repaired a rail in the tunnel in Manhattan and Queens. 7:40 p.m. So 2 hours ago the rail was broken and they only fixed it right now. Wow. Okay. That could have been me stuck in Manhattan without a subway. But I avoided all that. But no N trains to Astoria. You know what? I'm gonna do some subway investigation. I'm gonna head back and follow the train. I'm curious to see if there'll be a train running to Astoria by the time it takes me to get back to the mid-Astoria area along like Broadway 30th Avenue. We'll see if I beat the subway because they just fixed the rail right now. What do you think? They say they're running with delays, but it's gonna take a while. We're gonna be able to hear one. Ben says, you did say the rails break. Yeah, they do, especially when it gets cold like this. The metal gets brittle and it's easier to get broken. Any kind of defects will really come out in the cold weather. So we're gonna investigate whether the subways are running properly. More walking under highways and subway viaducts continuing. Thanks, Susie. Thanks for showing Queens. Appreciate it, Susie. Thank you very much. Oh, good. I'm glad I didn't spend $2.75 on the subway today. Instead, I used it on the bus. It took 2 hours to fix the broken rail. Man. And even if a train does come, like, you may not be able to get on because everyone's waiting for the same train. Man, I should have just continued straight from the subway exit there. I just kicked the soda can. Bit of a wander. You did a walk at the biggest aquarium in the world. Very nice. Thank you. Hope you got some great footage here. Oh, there's an N train going to Manhattan. That's the first one I saw. Let's see if we see a Astoria-bound train on the way there. Okay. Let's see if I'll beat the subway. Stephanie, you read on the website NNR are back to normal. The Twitter feed says that it's running with delays. But when they say that, it usually takes some time before they start it up again. I think the subway is going to beat me. They're going to start running them before I get to the next station. Tom, how is this the elevated part? How about this? This is the elevated part of the New York City subway system. Yeah, there's a lot of elevated parts of the subway. I mean, ideally, they'd all be underground, so there'll be subways, like, in context completely. But this is what we've got. You know, Manhattan a long time ago used to be filled with elevated subways. There were elevated subways on 2nd Avenue, 3rd Avenue, 6th Avenue, and all those elevated subways got torn down. They ran all the way to like Chatham Square, Manhattan Bridge. In elevated trains, like a beauty mark, parts of New York City will be unrecognizable with the elevated. That's right. Still no subway. I'm still waiting for my N train to Astoria, and one hasn't come by yet, so they're really running with delays. I also can't believe I've walked from Maspeth to Astoria. Because that's what I did. It isn't like if I end this live stream here, I can catch the subway, because it ain't running anyway. Well, here's one going to Manhattan, but still none going to Astoria. What about the other side? Thank you, V-Stew, for 99 cents. Appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Well, over there's an electronic billboard, tells you when the train's coming. Does that say Astoria is 11 minutes? Wow, look at that. You still gotta wait longer for the train. It says 9 minutes now for the next Astoria train. Wow, they're really delayed. I'm probably gonna make it even to the next subway station before the train comes. In 9 minutes. This is I've already walked from the subway station before. Queensboro Plaza. Tamila says 9 minutes is a long time. It's long if you add up the amount of time I took from there to here. Much longer than 9 minutes. Claire says, I might make it home before the train comes. Yeah, maybe. Because sometimes when stuff like this happens, ooh, this car does not look good. You've got some selfish people who ride the train, and not everyone's gonna play nice. Because when the trains are delayed, they feel like they want to squeeze in, so they'll hold the door and delay for everybody else. The conductor will be like, stand clear of the closing doors, please. And the guy's like, no, let me in. I'm going to hold it for my friend and my brother from another mother, my brother-in-law. And they're like, no, come on, Jack, come on. And the conductor's trying to slam the door on them. Yeah, those kinds of people. I don't like them. And they'll try to like squeeze in the train even though there's no room. Hung Mao says, I'm on fire today. You know, that happened on my bus today. Because people in the bus, I don't know what it is. The operator is like, move to the back of the bus or the bus is not moving. And everybody thinks they could just stand in front and just go lolly lolly la. And people are still trying to come onto the bus. Meanwhile, there's plenty of room in the back for people to move into the back, and they just hold up the bus. And I'm just like, shake my head, man. Ian says all New York City buses have entry from the front and the middle doors. It's stupid the way they have it now. Well, that's going to change eventually because they have the Omni system, and they're going to, I think, fully incorporate it next year, the contactless payment system. So in that way you could pay via entry from any door. Oh my gosh, I'm already at 37th Avenue. And the train still's not here. I walked 2 avenues already. I can see the next subway station. All right, that's it. Don't take the subway in Astoria tonight. It's really delayed. That could have been me stuck in Manhattan without a ride home. I probably would have had to like get a cab or something, or find a different way to get back home if I didn't stay in Queens. Hopefully tomorrow will be working okay. Letitia T, thank you so much for $5. Appreciate it so much, Letitia. Thank you. Ricky Diaz, do I know Jermaine Ellis from San Francisco? No, I don't. I may have to check him out. Oh my gosh. I already made it to the next subway station, and the train still didn't pass me yet. The MTA should be paying me to walk instead of me paying them, because if you pay money to the train, it doesn't come. Janet R, thank you so much for $2. Appreciate it so much, Janet R. Yee Lanas, they say they've resumed on the N and R line, but there's delays. I walked from Queensboro Plaza and the train still hasn't passed me yet. Look at this, Astoria Ditmars Boulevard, 3 minutes. And the delay for Stillwell Avenue. Well, in 3 minutes, it's definitely gonna pass me before I reach the next station, I think. And there's no Brooklyn bound trains because 2 already left the terminal. Thank you, DS, for $5. Appreciate it so much, DS. Hal Yan says no need to take the train anymore. That's right. Excuses from the MTA. You gotta love those announcements. We're sorry, but your train's delayed. As an alternative, take this bus, take this train, add a few more minutes to your train to get you out of the way before you get you on the right track. Because that's what we do, yeah. As an alternative, wait longer, because you're never going to get there anyway. Stoke just says, or walk. As an alternative, please walk to Manhattan from here. Oh man. I know, Claire, these poor people coming home from work. It's rush hour. And it was delayed for already 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours ago, that was like 6:30. People coming home from work. They can't go home. Oh my gosh. You work an entire, shift in Manhattan, and then you gotta deal with this. You know what I know a lot of people do if the trains delay like this? They'll hang out after work. They'll like hit up the bar or something, or go with their friends to like eat out or something until the train gets fixed. Like, oh, I'll just spend it in Manhattan with my friends. We'll have a drink and hang out, and then I'll take the train home after it's all fixed. And usually that works. It doesn't really last like more than an hour or so, but this is already like 2.5. You'll still be waiting. Alright, that was another Manhattan-bound train, but where's the Astoria train? That's probably all the trains that's left going to Manhattan. No, Claire, that's going the wrong way. We need the one going north. I remember too, like last year or like a few years ago, there were a lot of broken rails on the N train, especially by that tunnel, the Lexington Avenue, 59th Street area, prone to a lot of broken rails there. Oh my gosh, am I gonna make it to Broadway before the train comes? And the other one said it was 3 minutes away. Am I gonna walk 3 subway stations before the train comes? Holy moly. Young ass with $4.99. Thanks for all you do. Here's a hot tea on me. Be careful out there. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. Thank you really much. Appreciate it. Lily says, is it expensive to get a taxi? Yeah, comparative to the subway, it is. When I took the taxi into, it was about $20 plus tip. Finally, all right. Yes. That's the first train from Manhattan. All right. All right, I am clapping. The train's fixed now. All right. All right. I'll still count it as me getting to the station at the same time, because I walked back and then walked back this way. Plus, by the time it takes you to exit the train and go down the stairs slowly behind other people, I'll probably be by that entrance the same time the people start coming down the staircase. Mary Shell Smith saying, are taxis more than Ubers? No, taxis are generally less expensive than Ubers and Lyfts. Thank you, Raymond Cardona, with $5. Appreciate the support. Especially because they don't surge price. Uber and Lyft, they have surge pricing, so they'll charge more when there's more demand. Yeah, James, that's right. Taxis expect tips as well. All right, the people are starting to come down the staircase. There's people that will still be coming down the staircase when I pass by there, so I've reached Broadway Station the same time the subway came, pretty much. Look how busy this station is. Tamila says, interview them. How long have they been stuck? You don't have to. Just look at their expressions. They don't look happy. They look grumpy. They're probably happy to be home now or back in Astoria. Let's look at this guy's expression. Yeah. All right, wow, what an adventure. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap this up here, folks. I'll get something to pick up here before I go back home. So it's been a real pleasure having you here tonight, showing my explorations through Maspeth, Sunnyside, Long Island City, and Astoria on this really, really cold day. There's a lot of great spots here, so I'll pick up something warm to drink because I'm gonna need it. But yeah, smash the like button, subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye.